Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard, and I don't need any videos. I'm going to do them anyway. So this video actually is being filmed on the 22nd of November. I have videos going
before gobble till you wobble.
And I have videos all the way up until December 22nd. And I've decided that I'm going to not post anything until after the new year, because who watches videos during Christmas and New Year's? Not really too many people. Not that too many people watch my videos anyway, but that's beside the point. I have many kits that I want to start developing and creating. Now, hygiene kits, fire kits, fishing kits, shelter kits, map kits, cook kits, hunting kits, medical kits, and I want to start making a couple stoves and things of that nature. So anyway, we have three needs as human beings, and this is it. Nothing else is a need. We have shelter, we have water, and we have food. That's it. That's the only needs humans have. Everything else is a want. Don't care what anybody else says. We work at the rules of three. You can't go without 3 seconds without thinking, 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. End of story. And the 5 C's, which has become, and always probably was, but the way it's described now, has become very, very important to any outdoorsman. You have cover, container, cordage, combustion, and cutting tools. There you go. So each kit overall that needs practical use of survival needs those 5 things. So you don't need to really put them in all, like a hygiene kit is strictly for hygiene, that sort of stuff. But cover, container, cordage, combustion, and cutting tool are the 5 C's. So anyway, I have made these kits many, many times over the years. I've had EDC, everyday carry, fishing and fire kits and all that stuff in my pockets for years. I stopped carrying them a few years ago. I wish I knew where my fishing kit was. It was made from a little tin from a shop I got in Disney. It was out of a little mint tin. But anyway, it was shaped like a little leaf. It was really cool. I had that in my pocket for years and years and years. But I think this year is important because in the next few years, I think we're going to be losing a lot of stuff. Freedom, the ability to legally protect yourself, speech, that's going to be gone. It's kind of gone now, but I mean, it's really going to be gone. The ability to just go to the store and buy food, you know, all of these luxuries those of us who are Americans have had for 100 years are going to be gone. I really think that, you know, with the way things are working, it's going to be horrible, especially for a person like myself. So anyway, I want to start working on this stuff again. Now, the most important people in my life, the only important people in my life, my wife, my 5 kids, and my 7 grandbabies. End of story. And I can basically break all that down into 4 different groups. Michelle and I, Shanae and her family, and of course Laura and Rich are not into my way of thought. They are on a spectrum that is slightly on the opposite end of where I'm at, so they're not interested. But if they are, they're more than, you know, I want them a part of this too, but they don't see life the same way I see life. Michael and his family, and Jaden. So each one of them I am making kits, these kits for. What I'm going to do right now is show you the workings of what these kits are consisted of right now. Now, I have done videos on this mapping kit. This is a mapping kit, and I will go through this, but to be totally honest, this probably really is going to need a video all of its own. But here's a mapping kit that I have set up for all of the kids. I have right now 2 different kinds of containers. I have this little Tic Tac plastic container, and I have one of these metal tins, the kind of like Altoid tins, but these are cheaper. And I'm going to make kits out of these. Now, fishing kits, fire kits, whatever little pocket kits I can come up with. I'm gonna start working on a few of these for the kids. Well,
question.
What I want to do.
Can you do a water purification kit from one of those?
Well, I could, because really water purification can be done with sand, rocks, and even dirt. So a kit there, no. I also like using bleach, but not liquid bleach, because liquid bleach goes bad too quick.
Yeah.
I have bleach tablets, which last a whole lot longer. And even though bleach is not the perfect way of filtering water, it is a fantastic way of filtering water, as long as you do it properly and you don't over bleach it. But purification kits would just be like a water straw or something like that. So I don't plan on doing a filtration kit with a little small thing like this. I plan on doing something a little larger as far as that goes. And it'll come in a little bag probably. But these are going to be like fishing kits. Fire kit probably a little bit larger too. I mean, a fire kit basically is a ferro rod, matches, and a lighter. So there's 3 different ways of creating fire, which they shouldn't have to worry about anything else other than that. But there's plenty of other rubbing sticks together and all that stuff is a pain in the ass. Although, you know, it's good to know. But fishing kits and small kits like this you can carry in your pocket all the time for emergencies. That's what I'm talking about. So I have these. Speaking of fire, they're each going to get a little fire kit. I just started. I put a little butane lighter in their kits. Absolutely. Here's a little alcohol stove I made from a tin can. Each one of the kids are going to get one of these. You just pour alcohol into this and light it, and it makes fire. A little stove. Fantastic little thing. I like these cookies, and I cannot lie. I love these things, and they come from the Dollar Tree. And it's a little tin. Now these tins here are not going to have kits in them, although they could. And I should alter that. This is the fire kit. All right, this is going to be the fire kit. What's going to be in here is going to be a flint and steel or a ferro rod, some matches, a lighter, but also there's going to be char cloth in here. But this container is going to create the char cloth. All right, so each one of the kids are going to get one of these little tins, and I'm going to teach them how to make charcoal and char. And we're going to use this little tin right here to do it. Each kid is also going to get this container, and this container. Now, they can be created into a cook set as far as making cups and boiling and putting into campfires and cooking and all that stuff. You can use these, and they work. There's nothing wrong with them. I've used them for years that way. But these are going to go in conjunction with each other. This one is going to fit in here in the center. I'm going to cut a hole in this one and in this one. And this one is going to fit in here in the hole. And this is going to create a stove. So each kid is going to get one of these that is going to be made into a stove. And they're each going to get a box. This happens to be an egg box. But they're each going to get a box. And this is going to make an oven. I am going to make an oven, or I should say they are going to make an oven, out of a box. So each kid gets a box. And in that box, it's going to be 3 containers, which is going to make a stove. 2 aluminum soda cans, which they're going to make a stove. Some sort of tin. Right now I have these, which is going to be for char. A couple. Right now I only have 2, but maybe a few, maybe 3, maybe 4. Different kinds of tins for small EDC kits. Here's part of a fire kit. And a mapping kit, which again, I have done a video on these in general. I couldn't tell you when it was going to be up or anything, but I have done a video on this, and I can do another one. It's not really difficult. They're going to have a mapping class. So right now, each one of my kids are going to get one of these little kits. Looks like a box of trash, but in the I'm going to survive area, and I'm going to survive inexpensively and from whatever I can find. That's what this is about. So I do plan on and hope that everybody I mentioned will be able to get to us, and we will be able to form our little tribe when everything does hit the fan, and we can stick together. All right, I hope that happens. But if it doesn't happen, or if it takes a little bit of time, I want to have stuff that they can survive on for a few days until they can get to us, or until we can get to them. Now, I also want to do a small food kit. That will be in a bag, and it's basically going to have 2 or 3 meals in it, so that it can sustain them until 1, they can get to me, or 2, I can get to them. So that's so far what I'm working on for all of my kids, and it probably will not be ready for Christmas, but, and each one of these things I want to hold a class for the kids. This one's made right here, but I don't want to just hand them one that I made. I want them to make them. So what I want to do is teach them how to do all this stuff. This stove is not put together. I want them to do that themselves. This tin isn't set and designed and made char yet. I don't want to do that. I want them to do it. So I want to teach them how to do each one of these things. And then their mapping kit. I want them to be able to use the maps and the gear that is in here and use it effectively. If they can or can't get to me, either way, I still want them to be able to use this stuff. So I just don't want to give it to them. I want to teach them how to use it. So that's the most important thing. If I teach them how to use it, then they don't have to rely on me to make it and give it to them. They can do it themselves. So there's the video. So right now that's what I've got, and I've got one for Shanae's family, I got one for Michael's family, I got one for Jaden's family, and I have one for myself, but I've got all this kind of stuff already designed and created in several kits anyway, but I'm going to make one along with the kids. Now, if Laura and Rich also want to be a part of this, I can make kits and let them, they can watch the videos and learn how to do it as well. It would take a little bit longer to get to them or them to get to me because there are many states in between them and us. But I still holding hopes that one day they see the light and realize how crazy and dangerous this world is and how it's gonna get. So and if they don't, so thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.